If you guys wanna learn how to create your very own custom decals, just like these ones that are right now on screen, you are in the right place. You know, I promised you this exact video last time, and since I am painting my Sons of the Phoenix Space Marines and there are basically no available official decals for them, I have to create them on my own. And this video will be split into two parts. In the first one, I will show you how to create your very own custom decals from scratch. And in the second half, I will show you how to apply them for that professional look. And you know, this is gonna take me a little while to explain, so if you don't have 5 or 10 minutes, that's completely fine, but your decals are gonna probably look something like this. And you don't really want that, right? Okay, so jokes aside, first things first, and what you will need to buy is this decal paper. So when you are finished with your decals in the editor, as you will see me do in the moment, you will need something to print it on, basically. And you have an option to purchase like this transparent one or a white one, and you definitely want the transparent one. And you can basically get this at any decent hobby store, so I wouldn't worry too much. Okay, so now with that out of the way, let's move on to the computer. Okay, and just before I start, I just want to let you know that for those shiny golden or even like steel decals, I don't know how to do those, so this is just for matte colors. So you will need some kind of editor of some sort. I am using, for example, Photoshop, and I know definitely that this is not 100% optimal. Some people are using GIMP, which is way better. And that is because it's using vector and not pixels like Photoshop. But I want to make it for you guys as easy as possible. And now what I will need to do is to go to File, press New, and you will select here International Paper. And because that's apparently what we are using here. Okay, and this is what you got right now. And now you need some images that you can put here and make decals out of. So basically, let's now go and Google some. Okay, so real quick, I have Googled some images, and right away I want to use this one, this image right here, for my Drukhari army. So this is gonna be looking quite good on Drukhari Raiders. So I will just download it, and then let's see what else. Oh, and one more thing before you download the image, you of course need to make sure that the image is PNG, not JPEG, PNG, and that it is transparent background. So this one is, and I know that because there are checkers behind the image. So that's how I know. Well, of course, if it's just like black image and white background, there's an option to erase the background, but it's more work. Okay, now it's very easy. You simply drag and drop it here. Now press enter. And now, of course, this is not exactly the size that we want. So you go to edit, go to free transform, and you hold shift. And now you can scale it just as you like it, just like this. And keep in mind that you have to hold the shift. Okay, so after you have scaled it, you will now place it in the middle, because like my decal paper is not as big as A4 format, and for that reason the edges are not gonna be really printed here. So let's leave it like this, for example. And now you want to copy this image multiple times on your decal paper, since of course otherwise it will be just a waste. But before that, we are gonna make some additional changes here, because you see there are some pixels and you might not be really happy with how it looks. So you go here and you wanna erase those edges. Press OK. And if you see that there are some irregularities, you just simply erase it. So for example, this right here, I don't want it here. So let's just erase it real quick, make it nice and even. Okay, there we go. So that looks way better in my opinion. Now let's just... Okay, this looks also way better. And you can just go on and on until you like it. You can erase any irregularities. Okay, oops, let's go back here. Okay, so let's just erase this little... It will maybe take you multiple times to do this correctly, but whatever, you know, this is gonna be visible on the model like forever. Okay, so once you got that, I will now go here, select this, and I will right click on this and select duplicate layer. Okay, you know, there is perhaps a faster way, but I am not really pro with Photoshop. And now you wanna place these right next to each other. Maybe there is gonna be more space here. Okay, there we go. Okay, and there you go. And we are just gonna copy it like this, and you can even add more images here and just arrange it as you like it. Okay, so I'm gonna do here some additional changes, adjustments, maybe even add some more images because I want some more variety here. And after that, I'm gonna go outside and print it on laser printer. Okay, so now I am back and here is what I printed, and I think that it looks just great. And yes, there is still so much space where you can still fit more images, but you know, I basically just wanted to show you that it's so easy. So now that you know how to create your very own custom decals, I will now show you how to apply them. And to show you guys how to do this, I will use golden decals for my Sons of the Phoenix Space Marine. Okay, so as I already said, I will first apply these golden ones. I will take this little HQ symbol, which will be on his shoulder pad. Also, I will pick some of these numbers which will be placed on his knee. I will also prepare these decals. I just ripped the decal paper apart, as I have like over 1,000 of these, and since sometimes it will not go right on your first try, prepare more than one. You wanna cut them so there is barely any leftover space, just like you see me do here. But keep in mind that you might bend and damage the decal, so perhaps you can use some cutter instead of scissors. Once you got it, there is another tool that will make your decals look absolutely amazing. And that is this microset setting solution, and what it will do is that it will soften the decal enough so there is no air bubbles and wrinkles underneath. Another trick that you can use is to apply a thin coat of gloss varnish so there is less friction between the shoulder pad and the decal. And that way it will be easier for you to place it. Since the shoulder pad surface is round, those wrinkles would otherwise appear, so this tool will help you avoid it. And before I start, I usually spread a little bit of microset or water on the shoulder pad to make sure that it is not dry and I will be able to place the decal properly. After that, I simply pick up the decal with tweezers and put it in for like 20 to 30 seconds. If you see that you are struggling with getting the decal off the paper, put it in the solution again for a little longer. After that, I simply pick it up with my fingers and use a brush to place it on the shoulder pad. At first, it is not gonna look right, so you will have to adjust it with either your brush or your fingers. And if you choose to do this with your fingers, just be really careful. The key here is to also keep it wet, otherwise the decal will get stuck in place and you will have to remove it. During the whole time, try to even any wrinkles or air bubbles underneath with your brush, which shouldn't be really that hard. And once it is placed correctly, you have to push out any last remaining air bubbles. I usually just get some tissues and push it against the shoulder pad. And whoop, there it is! Exactly the same thing is done for the knee pad here, so just watch it, and bam! And whoop, there it is! Alright, so now I got all the decals placed on the right place, but before I move on to the next step, I will do something you might consider a dumb idea. I will get those paints with which I painted non-metallic metal gold, and I will go over those shiny decals. I am doing this because I don't want the shiny decals to ruin the effect of my already painted non-metallic metal. So I'm countering this shine by putting there a little bit of the same matte paints. By the way, if you want to see the video on how to paint the non-metallic metal gold, see the link in the top right corner. And finally, it is time to seal your decals using varnish. I am using this one since there is no chance of it going yellow unlike other varnishes. Be sure to use one thin even layer mixed with water, because otherwise it will create a milky coat if you use too much. And finally, we are done with this miniature, and all that is left to do is the base. And I will use pretty standard method, GW style. Basically I will apply some texture paint, then dry brush on that a layer or two and put there a skull or two. So first, the space around his feet is gonna be painted with black, and just to avoid hitting the white, take a brush that is precise enough for this task. And once you got it, we are ready to start covering the base with the texture paint. I usually get more dense texture paints and get it on my wet palette and then cover the base with it. So essentially, I do not recommend getting less dense texture paints. And with this heavy duty brush, I start spreading it all over the place. Just be real careful around the feet, but you don't really have to come that close since there is some black and it will look just fine. So this is quite nice coverage here, and until it is dry, I will paint the first coat of black over the rim of the base. And since the first layer may be a little bit transparent, I will put there another one. Entirety of the texture paint is now gonna be covered with Drakenhof Nightshade. And as always, just be super careful around the feet. We are now basically at the finish line, so I definitely don't wanna come back to fixing white again. And there we go. So you see that I am holding a dry brush, so you can already guess what's next. I usually just dip my brush into the blue first, wipe some paint off, and then put it into a long beard gray. After that, I wipe it off some more, and I will start carefully dry brushing the first layer. Now I was already pretty happy with this layer, so I went for another dry brush layer. This time I will use close to pure Longbeard Grey. Since now this paint is really bright, I use it way less than the previous mix. So the base is now done for the most part, but still feels kinda empty, so I will stick some skull on there. I will simply get a little bit of super glue on my pre-painted skull and put it down there with my tweezers. So the base is now almost done, even got there another skull, but since the wash could get on some places of the rim, I will go over it one more time with my black. And we are done! Okay my friends, so this is finally it. We are finally finished with this Sons of the Phoenix Space Marine. If you didn't see my 3 previous videos, there is now total of 4 videos, so you can definitely check that out if you want. And yeah, basically I wanna thank you so much for watching, and thank you for 2000 subscribers, it means so much to me. And of course, if you find this video helpful and if you wanna see more, go ahead and subscribe to my channel, it will help out a lot. And also, don't forget to like this video, because that way the Emperor will bless me and he will shove this video in front of others. And yeah, that's finally it, and as always, see you in the next one. Bye.